Congressman Michael Grimm joins us, and I was asking you, of all the examples of President Obama saying he wants to go around Congress, which one do you think is most egregious? And you said the new FCC idea.
Absolutely, because it's so blatant. It's just a flagrant, arrogant disregard, not just for the current Congress. Look, it's not about me personally. That's not what this is about. You think about who is the Congress? It is the voice of the people. He doesn't care what the people think. We saw that with Obamacare. It's irrelevant. He has an agenda, and he's going to do whatever he has to do to pass that agenda, regardless of the Constitution. I mean, I think our founding fathers are turning over in their graves right now because he's just so blatant, and the administrators, the people he puts in charge of these agencies, are bold and brazen about saying, yeah, we're going to make an end run around Congress. And
in some ways on the internet for schools, I mean, we're for that. I'm for more schools having that. And I actually think that President Obama could make a persuasive case to Congress in order to add about $5 per cell phone bill a year. It's not per month. I guess it would be per year. But does President Obama have a point that Congress is so dysfunctional, they can't get anything passed, so that he just has to go out and try to do these good works on his own?
Absolutely not. First of all, again, I have the military background, so I was, my leadership skills were reared in the United States Marine Corps, and first from my parents. Leadership is about leading. The president hasn't led. Of course the Congress is polarized and not much is getting done. He works very closely with the Senate to block whatever we try to do in the House, so he's a big part of the problem instead of the solution. What a real leader does, regardless of partisanship, and I know it would be a difficult task because the nation is very polarized right now, but recognizing that, leadership rises above that. Leadership brings the two groups together and tries to get something done. I've never once been invited to the White House to talk about policy. So where has he been a leader?
Have you ever been invited to do you ever schmooze with anybody at the White House? I mean, that's part of the deal, right? And President Bush used to invite people down, and it didn't matter what party you were from, and he'd invite them out to have a cigar out on the Truman balcony.
Here's what's funny about
that. Did you do that?
No, never once. What's funny about that, other than like the White House Christmas party or the specific things, I've been to maybe 2 events at the White House. But the Democrats, offline, off record, will say how disappointed they are in the House that they're not invited to the White House to.
And it's not just for entertainment. My point is that in some ways President Obama you attract more bees with honey.
Well, of course.
So I think that there are definite things that he could get done in Congress if their congressional relations were just a little bit more smooth.
The House of Representatives is made up of human beings, of people. Yeah. It's human nature that you want to get things done with people that you're working with. The Congress, and I think many Democrats would agree with this, we do not feel that the president wants to work with us at all. And not once has he reached out to say, hey, come, let's sit down, let's break bread, let's talk about whatever. That just doesn't happen. So again, that's a lack of leadership, and that's a lack of desire. And personally, I really do believe because of political reasons, it's more advantageous for the president to keep us divided so that he can make these end runs and use these administrators and the people he puts in charge to just go around to Congress to do an agenda that he knows ultimately the people are not going to support.
We only have about 30 seconds, but I wanted to ask you, as you've been home in August for the recess, what's the general mood of people? Are they frustrated?
Yeah, I would say extremely frustrated. Now, my district, unlike the rest of the country, has Superstorm Sandy issues, so that's a big frustration. But just, I mean, I think people are wondering, why is everything so stagnant? And part of that reason is over-regulation and a lot of uncertainty because no one knows where this country is headed under the Obama administration.
And the president going around the very people that they sent to do the work.
Exactly. And I don't think that's a good precedent for the country, and I certainly don't think it's in line with our Constitution.
All right. Congressman, thank you.